It's taking it a little too far, isn't it?
I mean, that's so easy to do.
It's really light.
That shows like, okay, you bleach it out, you pick out a color, you put it on your head. Okay, I need to adjust the tone a little, I'll put it in. But if you can take that hair color and you can actually foil it to that right tone or paint it to that right tone, I think you're you know the logic of hair color.
The logic.
You're a hair colorist. You're an artist.
Again, one funny thing of training is just, you go through a short time of like really, I did this anyway. You go through a time where you don't even look at, you have to know your swatch, if you will. You got to know.
I wasn't allowed to use the swatches.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I mean, you learned it at home. It's like what one being black and white and 10 being.
I was allowed to use a swatch for my guy, but if we were ever brought the swatch book out on the floor, it was like, no way.
No way, right?
Because a client...
Go ahead. Say it. Say it!
If a client picks out that swatch...
Right.
You ain't get... That's not the color that I'm going to put on your hair to make it, because you have different tones in your hair.
The color... The swatch book is not about showing the client, right? It's about looking at what this what the character of these colors are. Is the copper what the copper is like? Is the cool the violety red? How violety, how cool? You got to look at the character because again, it's not. We like to call it a canvas. Sometimes it's not a canvas. We're working with something. So
right.
You're not just putting on the color you're going to look for. You're putting on the color that works with the color that's sitting there to make the color.
I know when I look at when I look at Instagram pictures and when I'm looking for people that really that stand out, I look for a piece of hair that like when it's painted it flows, and if you can blow dry out that hair straight and wear that hair straight without looking like there's spaghetti going through it, then that's like a real art.
Yeah.
That's where the talent really shows.
Michele, for 3 weeks you've been saying spaghetti.
I know because my clients come in sit in my chair like, I don't want spaghetti highlights.
It's true. And I have to admit, once in a while, I'm like, I want some spaghetti.
I know.
And there's just a couple places that's like, I really want to see, like, almost like that kind of, it pops out that much kind of thing, so it is funny. But, the cap. Have you capped?
I missed the cap season. I did when I first worked in my first salon. I took off some of the cap and it would come off and it would look like I don't know, like a porcupine.
We'll probably close out with this. I have to admit, I never considered the cap growing up in the 80s because that's all we had. So you start reaching out to all these different techniques and combing through and just everything else. But I have to admit, talking to a couple mega set hairdressers that just need to create looks. One of the things, I was really amazed at for dudes, how they cap short-haired dudes really fine, so it's barely noticeable. So they're really capping out there just for this barely fine thing that they barely notice because they have to do this whole top head. Like I won't say the names, but it's just funny how cap has found a use again. Like you can comb through, but capping.
But I could paint. I could do the do the highlight with the comb. Do.
You can. Again, it was just neat to see like somebody was pulling, and it was no child either. Meaning it was somebody that knew the technique from before and went in the Wayback Machine and said, "I'll need that."
But there's some people that do the cap really well and didn't make it look like a foil. Some people can do foils really well and it doesn't look like you have these lines. It depends on
again when we're kind of talking about spaghetti. There's the barber style spaghetti, which by the way they didn't do it in the 80s, so they're kind of with certain barber styles they're really getting into the spaghetti because it is spaghetti and it looks, again, they haven't seen it before, so they're like, this looks funky, air quotes, not natural.
But on short hair, when it's short and you have all those layers, it's gonna look a little streaky because you have layers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We had. How many seconds do we have?
We got seconds.
How many minutes? I have clients that were saying, New York City, our haircut prices are extremely expensive.
Where, barbers?
No, just women's haircuts can range from $150 to $300 and some dollars. And I had a client, and I don't do blow dries, but I was blow drying her hair last night. And, I was having a hard time blow drying her hair. And I was like, I know she paid good money for this haircut. I'm like, I'd be upset too. If I'm having a hard time blow drying your hair, I can't imagine you blow drying your hair. If I'm going to a hair salon and I'm getting my hair cut, I want it easy for me to do.
Right.
If it's not easy for me to do and I got to fight with it, I don't like it.
Right.
Even if it's the best haircut on the market, I'm not going to like it because I want it easy to do.
What do you think the fight is with the bad look?
I think either if, like, you have hair like mine, if it's too heavy, it's just going to lay there. It does nothing. It's got to have layers in it, but it can't be thinned out too much where it's too stringy and then it looks frizzy. It just has the right amount of weight in it, and it's very hard to find that. We have 2 minutes, and that's not. Oh man.
There's our baby.
Oh my, look at that! It's a shame you guys can't see that.
Okay, we're looking at some I don't know, some cap frosting highlights there.
We have how many seconds left? 1 minute.
Seconds. Anyway.
1 minute.
1 minute.
So it's time to do your highlights for the season. We are the Hair Story.
We are the Hair Story. I'm Jeffrey Serra.
And I'm Michele Fury.
Wow, we are always happy to be here. We are in South Jersey in Vineland at Tommy Serra Salon. Direct message us for just quick. We can answer back. We can even do a consultation live. When we get back to you. So or even if you're in New York City and or Beverly Hills, Los Angeles style, you could reach out to us there too. We're all over the place. And Michelle's even on some floating islands in the south. So we're available everywhere, and we are here for you. Thank you, everybody, and have a great... Happy Easter, right? Or is that next week?
No, that's a little more.
Okay.
A couple more weeks.
Yeah, I'll be off in LA next week, so I'll be doing the phone-in.
Okay.
And we'll try to figure something out for that. And thank you. Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Have a great day.
Oh, Michele, real fast.